Hey, what's going on, guys? You and me for the win here, and today we are going to be doing another tutorial on Minecraft Modding 1.12.2 series, tutorial series, and I think we're on episode 8 or 9. I'm not sure because I'm making these in bulk at the moment, and I didn't record any for a week or so, so I'm not up to date with which one it is. But in this episode we are going to be doing custom block models. So for example, let me bring one up for you. So I'll show you an example of a custom block model. So for example, something like this, or something like this, yeah, things like that. Basically just blocks which aren't the normal size. These are all ones I've created and all ones that you can use. Well, you can't use the ones I've created, but yeah, basically that's the sort of thing we will be creating. And to do that, we will be using a software called Blockbench. You can use any 3D modeling software as long as it exports as a JSON. So I'm going to be using Blockbench because it's easier. But first, let's basically just create the let's create the thing. So public static final block. And last time, guys, in the block properties episode, I accidentally put random block into the init package, so it was in there. Well, I'll just show you. It was like that, and that didn't work. Well, it did work, but it was a bit buggy and all that. So I just moved it into blocks package, and just click OK, and shouldn't have any errors. And then, yeah. So I'm gonna do. What are those things called? What are they called now? Oops. What are those things on doors called? I can't think what they're called. Christmas. You know what? In fact, we'll just do a candy cane. So, candy underscore cane. I was going to do one of them. Oh, wreath, that's it. I'm not going to do one of those because it'll be easier to do candy cane. So candy cane equals I really can't type. Candy cane. And we'll do candy underscore cane. Now realise I'm not putting candy underscore cane underscore block because you don't need to. The underscore block is very optional, so you could have block underscore, you could just have silver if you really wanted, but that would probably mess up with your item models and stuff, so it's just easier to do it like this. And I'm going to do material dot I don't want to do coral because that's unused in the current version. So maybe gourd, which is basically pumpkins and melons, is what gourd is. And oh, I didn't do that right, it's new. And now we'll just create this class. However, we will make sure we put it in the right package this time and add the iHasModel interface like normal. Let's go into our block base and let's grab all of this because we're going to need the basic methods we have for any block basically, and we're just going to add a few more methods is basically what we're going to do. So we're going to have a public static final axis align BB, and then we're going to call it candy underscore, oh, that's not underscore, what am I doing, underscore cane equals new axis align BB, and we're going to use the double one like that, and to put it simple, it's basically, yeah, like that. That's fine. And we're going to put y1, we're going to change that to 0.0 capital D, because these are all doubles. And we're going to change this to no, that's wrong. Candy cane. I'm really far away from my keyboard, so I'm failing to type. 1 second. There we go. I might be a bit better now. So yeah, we have loads of errors here, and we're just going to add a few more methods. So we are going to add block. Where is it? Get block. Nope. Is full block, and we're going to return. You see, these are some of the methods we used in the last episode. We're going to copy that, and we're going to paste it. We're going to change block to cube, and once again have false returned. We're going to have is I think it is opaque cube, and once again return false, and that's what we're gonna have for now. Oh, and we need access line BB, so if we put in bounding, get bounding box, and return, just return candy underscore cane, and that basically is referring to this access line BB property up here. There are some more methods, and I will add those in a minute. So I'm just gonna look for something right now, and it's going to be quite important that we have this, except I'm not gonna lie, forgot what it was, and it is basically it's basically the block placing sort of thing. So what we're gonna need is we're gonna need not what I just opened. Oh great. We're gonna need something like this. Okay, I've got it. So first, up here, we're going to have a public static final property direction, and we're going to call that facing equals property direction dot create, and call it facing as the name, and then we're gonna do, and then enum facing dot plane dot horizontal, and that's wrong. Wait, no, that's wrong. So we now need to open some brackets here, put them back here, we don't need them over there, and this needs to have that at the end. And then in here we do this dot set default state, and do it to block state dot get base state, get base. That's because it's capital S on block state. Dot get base state. Dot with property. Facing. And then enum facing. facing dot north, and this needs to be capitals because we're basically referencing this. And why is it not going in capitals? There you go. So yeah, that's very important, and I totally forgot it. Now we're going to use a get state from meta, and yep, in meta. In here we're going to have enum facing is equal to enum facing dot get front meta, and then we're going to have if facing dot get axis is equal to enum facing dot axis dot y. Then we do facing is equal to enum facing dot north, and basically that makes it so the front of the block is set to north, the north side, so it will rotate around the north axis. No, it will rotate around the y axis and put it to north as the front of the block. And then we return get default state dot with property facing. Yes, there is a lot of facing. And yep, that's it for that one. Now we need get meta from state, so it's the other way around. And in here we're going to return, open two brackets, enum facing, and then state dot get value of facing, and then at the end of this dot get index and semicolon. And we have a few more to do. So we have get block, no, create block state. There's a lot of methods for this, but they are reasonably simple. I will set up a GitHub for this mod. I totally forgot about it at the moment. I'll do it before this video is posted, actually. So you will see it basically after the smelting recipes video. I'll add a GitHub then. So return new block state container. Inside of this, we need to put this new I property, square brackets, two triangle brackets, and inside there we need to put facing, and I believe that's it for that method. Now we need to do can place block at, so can place block at, world in, block pause, yep, that's right, and return super. I did return wrong. Return super dot can place block at, world in pause, question mark, this dot can block stay and Okay. Can block stay. Oh yeah, we haven't created that method yet, so don't worry about that. And world in pos, and then or false. Basically, that will check the stuff. Oh, let's import iProperty. Yep, there we go. It's quite important. We have three more methods, I believe. Let me think. Yeah, 3 more methods. So the next one is simple. We also did this one in the last episode. So we've got neighbor changed. Now I could just be copying this from my other classes and stuff, but I think it'll be simpler for you to understand if I actually type it out. So if this block cannot stay, and it's cannot because it's the exclamation mark, which means it can't. So can block stay, which once again we haven't created yet. World in pause, and let's open some triangle brackets. Do world in dot set block to air of pos, and then we need to inventory helper dot spawn item stack spawn item stack world in pos dot no, that's wrong. Pos dot get x pos dot get y pos dot get z, and we'll need to do new item stack of block. Oh, I'm doing this totally wrong today. Block init dot then candy cane, and import item stack. Right, and now I suppose we'll create this can block stay method, which is very simple, and I should probably create it above these methods just so it gets called first. So I think this is a custom method. Yes, this is a custom method. So let's hover over. No, actually, let's not. Let's just create it ourselves because it won't give us the right stuff. So private boolean. So it will return true or false. Can block stay. In the parameters, we need to put world in. No, world in, and block pause. Inside the triangle brackets, you need to put return world in dot get block state of pos dot down. I'm doing this all wrong at the moment. And then 2 brackets right there. Then dot is side solid. World in pos enum facing dot up. Enter, and do a bracket on the end, and then that should fix all the errors. Right, and I believe we have one last method, I think, and that needs to be here. So above is full block. We're going to put get block layer, inside of here we're going to return block render layer dot cutout. So we did use this yesterday too, and we're going to be using cutout for this one, and there should be no errors. What's this error? Oh yes, these. We haven't done these yet. Right, so I just realised this is going to be a slightly long episode, isn't it? We're already at 20 minutes, but that's fine. It's fine. Right, now let's get on to Blockbench. So, firstly, you're going to want to come to blockbench.net, link will be in the description. Download your version, simply just click it, run the exe, and yep, so I will now open Blockbench. Presuming you've done that yourself. And, oh, I have an update. You won't have an update because you installed the latest version, I presume. And luckily updates on this game literally don't take any time at all. Java Model Exporter. That's going to be good for entities. Right, anyways, so basically there's loads of Blockbench tutorials, I'm sure, but the basics is this is what you use to add a cube. Drag it around, all of that, loads of that baloney. You can resize it, clicking the resize up here, you know, all of that. You can snap vertices, which you probably wouldn't want to do. You can paint it a certain colour if it has a texture, and you can do the item display by clicking this one. Let's come out of that. How do we come out of this? I forgot. Wait, how do we come out of this? Let's do a new model. There you go. Right, so I'm just gonna real quick build a candy cane, and yeah, I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, guys, I managed to do the display. That's all working. Glitched out a bit, so I had to exit and reload back in and all that jazz. So now what you want to do is you want to export block model, and you want to name it candy cane, or whatever your model is called. So candy cane. I did that totally wrong once again, and click save. I put it onto my desktop. I didn't mean to do that. Let me just delete that, empty that, put that in actually too, empty, empty. Oh, never mind. Okay, it won't empty. Right, so now we've done that. Oh, actually, first we should probably move this into our Eclipse. So move the model into Assets, Tutorial Mod, Models, Block, and pop it in there. Okay. Enter it. Enter the model, and you'll need to change a few things. So here, I need to change mine to tutorial mod, blocks candy cane, and once again there, And I think that's all I'm going to need to change from mine. But you'll need to make sure your mod ID is here. Just double check that's right. Yeah, that's correct. It's all cool and good. Also, that's really annoying me. So I'm going to go do this. It's optional, just so you know. Right, let's create our item model. We still have a few things to fix, don't worry. But I thought we'll do this now. There's no point wasting time. Cane.name equal candy cane. For some reason I never put the D in candy cane. I don't know why. That sounded really inappropriate, sorry. And let's paste into our block state candy underscore cane. Let's go in. Let's change random block to candy cane. And now we have the item model, so just copy our random block, copy, paste, candy underscore cane. Why did I have to name it that? Because I'm really bad at typing that. And put it candy underscore cane. Save all, close that, close that. Close that. Close that, close that, close that, close that, close that. Close that, close that, close that, close that, close that. Now we've just got to fix these. So, presuming you still have Blockbench open, we need to do some maths. So, as you can see, it says x1. Now don't worry, but when I say maths, it's simple maths. It's literally a bit of dividing and minusing. You do it on your machine's calculator. So actually I will bring that up now for simplicity purposes. Put it down there. That's horrible. I hate that. There we go. Right. So x1. x1 is literally 16 minus the amount of pixels it is to your model. So what I mean is for mine it's from the left side or from the east side, whichever way you want to say, left. So from the front it's left or east. So from this side it's the amount of pixels it is to the first block in your model. So mine would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's literally 7 divided by 16. And that's what you need. So just copy that. Go into here. Paste. And stick a big D on the end. Oh, why do I speak? Right, and now we'll do Z1, which is kind of the same, except it's from the front. So mine is literally, I believe it's 1, but I can't really tell. Yeah, so 1, literally that pixel right there. So it'll be 1 divided by 16, 1/16. I'm not even using the calculator for this. Copy that. Let's close the calculator, we don't need it. And paste it there and put a big fat D on the end. And for x2, z2 and y2 is slightly different. So x2 is 1. I'll use Eclipse, we don't need this anymore. 1 minus this number right here. So 0.4375. and this number right here is what we need to put for x2. For z2, 1 minus this number right here, so 0.0625, and this number, copy and paste. Oops, I did that totally wrong. 1 minus 0.06725. Yeah, copy it, and don't copy this, paste, big fat D on the end. And now we'll do y2. So we need to go back into Blockbench to do this one. This one's slightly harder to do. So basically it's the height of your model. So mine is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So mine is a full block, actually. And basically what you do is you do so mine would be 16 divided by 16, because mine's a full block. That gives me 1, and then you literally just do 1 minus then that number. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So mine's pretty simple. I didn't mean to make it like that, actually. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, but I'm sure you get the point. If you don't, tell me in the comments or tell me on my Discord server. I'm happy to help you with any of this stuff. By the way, if you want to make a block which is bigger than one block, it's slightly more complicated, and I will get a tutorial on that soon. A different tutorial, because it's different, a lot different. It basically places a second block when you place down the item. It places 2 blocks, or however many blocks there is. So for the bed, it's actually 2 blocks, the first half and the second half. So yeah, that's it. So let's run the game and see if it works. I'll see you guys in the game. Alright, so guys, I just got in the game, and I'm going to check, and yeah, it's here, Candy Cane. The model's working, by the looks of it. My item held texture's working, and let's try to place it down, and we have an error. What's this? Oh, facing, oh yes, okay. Guys, stupid error of mine. Basically, because we have the facing sort of stuff, we need to have a special block state. So let me go grab this block state. I'm not going to expect you to type this out or anything. I'll put this in the description of the video, because it's slightly complicated. And let me copy, and basically I'm going to paste it, and I'm going to change everything. So, and oh, and if you don't know how I get this menu up, guys, it's Control F will bring this up. And need to replace it with tutorial mod candy underscore cane. This is from my personal mod, just so you know. And there you go. Basically, if you just use this model, it just, you know, should fix that error. Because basically it was looking for a north property, and it doesn't have a north property in the block state, so it doesn't work. Which, you know, it's fine. It's no big deal. It just means, you know, if we didn't have that, the hitboxes would... not hitbox. The collision boxes would be weird. Basically, it's necessary. But we're about to find out if it all works. I'm honestly not sure that the bounding box is going to be correct. I think the height one, I think I meant to put as 1.0. Logically it would be 0.0, but I don't know. I don't think it will. Not gonna lie. So we're about to find out, aren't we? Yeah, I'll see you guys in the game. Guys, we just got in the game, and as you can see, it's here. And yeah, the hitbox is wrong. I can change that real quick. So if we go into Candy Cane, it's meant to be 1.0. So if your height for the thing is full, like full normal height, you have 0 here, 1 here, and that should fix it. And I'll load back into the game and I'll see you guys once I've done that. Right guys, so I just loaded into the game, and I forgot to actually mention to you there is a thing called Debug Mode, which I'm currently not using. It's lag hell. It's up here. This thing. So if you click this, it will allow you to run your code in game, basically. So what I mean by that, first let me check if this works. Okay, this has worked fine. There is this little back part right here, and I will do an updated tutorial when I figure out how to do like extra special bounding boxes, because currently this is kind of selecting the whole kind of square part, and I believe you can kind of do like up there, along there, up there, along there, up there, along there, and it basically uses loads of separate bounding boxes. But yeah, basically debug mode is a thing up here, and when you click it, it basically allows you to change your code. And if you're in game, you can then press F3 and T, and that basically reloads the code into the game. So if any changes you made will be loaded and they will work. That's basically how that works, and you can use that. You can mess around with that if you want. I'm not going to mess around with that right now, but I will be using it in the future. If you guys do wonder what I'm doing, if you just want to reload the textures without being in debug mode, you just press F3 and T, and that just reloads textures, models, all that stuff, which is useful for texture problems. And so yeah, let's just check all the kind of sides, and for some reason it's only facing one way. Let's see if there's any errors which popped up. No, so it must be a code thing. I'll compare it with some of my code. Okay, what I'll do... I mean, that's not a big problem, is it, really? What I'll do for you is I will... So, in GitHub, it will be the correct code, just so you're aware, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste everything from my own mod to get this to work, basically. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hitbox is slightly broken, which is interesting. Once again, the code for this will be in the description, so you can kind of just alter this yourself and all that. Well, no, you can't alter it yourself, but you can check what I did to fix it. because this is already starting to be a long episode. If I don't actually tell you what it is in the description, which is wrong. It's one of those methods, trust me. Could be any of them, but I'll manage to get it fixed after this. So anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do be sure to smash your face in that like button and subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please do be sure to share it, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.